Well, hello. It's been a long time since I've done a video. Almost was able to get out last week. It's bitter cold where I am right now. Well, cold for us and windy and rainy. Sure did enjoy the one day of fall we had last week. Maybe fall will come back. But anyhow, I just want to do a quick video, get everybody's opinion about the new infrastructure bill without being political, just based on fact and what everybody opinion will be, or what you'd like to see the money used for. And it's been approved that Amtrak is to get $66 billion. That is wonderful news for the train. It's going to be intact for the next few years. As a lot of you know, Amtrak was set up in 1971 so as to be America's transportation. It has lost money every year, but it's come back, and a lot of people have been riding the train. It's been hit hard like everything else during the pandemic. A lot of lines have been closed, tracks haven't been taken care of, but the tracks are owned by the freight company, so that's something a little bit different. And meals have been cut out, meals have been cut back, this, that, and the other. So what is in the bill for Amtrak? How are they going to use the $66 billion? Now that sounds like a whole lot. A lot of people want the wishful thinking of having the fast rail on the Eastern Corridor. The Eastern Corridor is usually running in, I'll just say, New England, but they classify it as being even shorter from Washington, D.C. to Boston, Massachusetts. I will say, having gone into the Union Station in D.C. several times, that the line going from waiting to get on the train to Boston is the longest line I've ever seen riding a train. So I know they do need help. Most of the train passengers, I think in volume, come in that what they call the Eastern Corridor, and I'll just call the New England states, and a lot of them are commuters. And then there's the New York to Miami, that's all along the Eastern, which is very popular. And yeah, but and the meals have been cut out. But getting back to the train, there's going to be some money, hopefully was money spent to expand routes in the Midwest and along Colorado. I will say, having traveled cross country several times, that the train is, and we forget about this. I think most of us who don't live in the middle of the country, in the heartland of the country, in the west, except on the western coast, think about it, that train is the only mode of transportation for a lot of people. A lot of people you're talking about in the Colorado, Midwest Colorado, a lot of people get on the train, let's say Chicago, riding through Colorado, all in there. Saw it when I was in Montana, North Dakota, that area too. That's the only mode of transportation people have. So if they cut out the train, they don't have any way of getting from point A to point B. So I think that's important, to be able to keep them mobile, and I mean literally keep them mobile. So a lot of people too want the meals to come back. Meals to come back from the flex schedule on the long trains in the dining car, from the flex schedule to the regular dining experience. That has on the long distance trains come back, the dining car, but only to those who get bedrooms or roomettes, not for coach. Now the coach passengers want it open to them too, which, like it was done in the past. If you rode coach, you could pay and go in and have a meal. So that has been cut out. So what does Amtrak plan to do with that? $66 billion sounds like a lot of money. What they say will happen is that they're going to use the money, most of the money is going to just be going in maintenance. Upgrading seats, they are upgrading the seats. And I'll say I use the word upgrading, but it's usually just redo the seats, fix the tracks, I've been on some bumpy tracks. Again, the tracks are owned by the, I don't know how that works out, the details, because the tracks are owned by the freight companies. But they are going to do that so it wouldn't be such a bumpy ride. When I say that is that there are the bumpiness is coming from, there are sections of the track that do need to be replaced. They are not dangerous. They just are a little wear and tear for passenger trains. Freight trains is fine, but not passenger trains. And then other types of maintenance is where most of the money is going to be going. So that's the thoughts, and that are my thoughts. What I would like to see the money go for is that to fix it and maintain, of course. I'd like to keep the routes in the western part of the country so that people do have transportation, period. And I'd like to see the dining come back, the dining car, the full dining experience for everybody who rides the train. Even if you have to pay for it, I think we'd love to be able to at least have that option of paying for it. I don't think it should be free for coach passengers. Just have them pay for it like they have in the past. Oh, also, part of that money is going to be spent on research and surveys to see where they need to expand. So that's what they're going to be spending the money on, the $66 billion. That is great news for Amtrak that we are going to be getting getting that money. There are a lot of rail fans who visit my page, and I'd like to know everybody's idea of what you'd like to see the money spent for, and whether you're a rail fan or not. And also, just please keep the politics out of it. Just give your opinion. Political back and forth. Anything rude or whatnot in the comments will be deleted. I've had to do that before. I will not tell you my political point. I'm just reporting what's going on. And I would like for you to do that too. Give your opinion of what you would like to see the money used for. If you don't think Amtrak needs to be having any money, post that too. That's fine. But just keep it straight to your facts and opinions, and no politicizing. I'd appreciate that. So this sounds like great news. I wanted to get in touch with you to let you know that I am still here. I am still going to be doing some type of adventures. Just waiting for the right time, right place. I can't think where to go, what to do. Maybe the spring before I really get out in full force, but I've got ideas rolling around in my head. So I hope everybody's great. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, comment below, as I said. Appreciate everybody making this channel grow. It continues to grow even without the frequent videos. And until next time, stay safe and happy rails.